Welcome all you fantasy hockey fans for the fastest 5 minutes in fantasy hockey. Today we have special guest analyst Bobby Schmotz with us. Yeah, what is it?
Fantasy football.
Football? You mean the CFL?
No, the NFL.
The NFL? They still got a league?
Yeah.
Since when?
Since forever.
Damn it.
What the hell's going on out here?
Anyway, welcome back. We're back with fantasy football. We've got your commissioner's corner for the Cobra Dojo.
Get him a body bag!
We were all out. We used them last week in New England for Brett Favre. Sorry, Brett. I think you're dead. Anyway, let's get into last week's recap. First, let's talk about the game of the week. And man, it was a classic battle. A clash of titans between Shane Flacco and Charlie Kelly's cat enthusiast. Going back to the score, final score was Shane Flacco 109-102. Charlie Kelly's cat enthusiast had the lead going into the Monday night game, but they fell apart for them with Jacob Tamme on the bench with those 12 points. Bitter decision there. Also what killed him, Randy Moss, the vagabond that he is, only getting 0.8 points, and Marshawn Lynch only getting 7 yards and getting 0.7. Who gets 7 yards rushing in the NFL, honestly? Aside from that, Reggie Wayne catching passes on Monday night, catching a touchdown was the clincher, the nail in the coffin. I'm pretty sure Randy Moss, though, by the way, is trying to set the record for most teams played for in 1 week. That's just my assumption, though. Anyway, moving on from there. We have your updated standings. We have a two-way tie for first place. We've got Luke Scholars and Ron Mexico at the top at 6-2. Looking like they're headed to those two valuable playoff buys. First-round playoff buys, with the other four falling into place for the first-round matchups. We got Wildcard Bitches and Diddy, who's on a 3-game winning streak, who was at 2-3 at one point, now is at 5-3. Coming on strong. But not to forget Team Fizz down there at the bottom. He was 0-5 over the season, looking like the 09 Lions. Coming from the depths of despair, now he's 3-5, 3-game winning streak. Go Team Fizz. Everyone else pretty much, you know, hoping to make the playoffs. Some have better chances than others. Scott's Tots thought they had a two-game winning streak there for a little bit. Thought they were getting in the playoffs. When their coach was asked after last week's devastating loss with Mike Sims-Walker on the bench with 15 points, their coach had this to say.
Playoffs? What talk about? Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
Yeah, I don't see the playoffs in the future for Scott's Tots. It's gonna be a long, hard off season.
Shut up.
What?
You heard me.
Who's that? Anyway, moving right along. Forgetting Brandon Marshall, who came out like gangbusters, is falling in the standings, losing 2 in a row now at 5-3 with a critical matchup coming up next week against Charlie Kelly's cat enthusiast. That game could be a potential playoff deciding match. How much time we got left? 2 minutes? Thanks. Anyway, moving right along. Keeping up with the Joneses has a win at 4-4, and no one else is worth mentioning. All right, moving right along. Jackass. Got some key matchups coming up next week. Got Luke Scholars, who won the point total last week, coming in against Diddy, who the hot streaking Diddy team, who I believe is looking for a shrimping vessel, a P. Diddy style pimping shrimping vessel. I don't know. We'll look into that, see how that works out. And then we got Ron Mexico and Wildcard Bitches, another key matchup. So we've got 3 big matchups coming up next week. The rest between some last place teams and some middle of the pack teams. Not sure exactly where they'll fall. And what else do we have to talk about? Matt, anything? No? Alright. Well, this is the commissioner of the Cobra Dojo signing off. Hoping that you tune in for the next installment, which hopefully will be a long, long time from now, because clearly this was a disaster. Good luck in week 9.